Hi friends, very good evening. Yes ma, welcome back to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Let's crack it. Yes, please drop a confirmation message. Is everything is good to go? Am I visible? Am I audible? Yes? Fine. What all you will get under Unacademy platform, needless to say, daily live classes, isn't it? Yes ma, every day sharp 2 p.m. Normally my YouTube session will be afternoon class, and of course I have started with optional as well, so I'm doing this week is going to be a YouTube week, so both afternoon 2 p.m. as well as night p.m. we'll have a YouTube class. Fine. What is the best part of his live class, ma? The best part is that you can chat with your educator, engage in discussion, ask your doubts and answer polls all while the class is going on, isn't it? And above all, live test and quiz. Yes, at the end of the session, which is followed by live quiz. Even now, today's session, at the end of the session, we are going to have a live quiz on environment topic, environmental protection. Yes, this is one of the most important topic. So, simultaneously, we are preparing for prelims as well as target year 2021 is fast approaching. So, it's really high time for us to strengthen our preparation. So, don't miss this diamond opportunity, which is more than gold. Of course, this is going to do a tremendous changes. Of course, it's going to bring a huge benefits in your preparation. So please make best use out of it. Fine. Structured courses. Yes, all our courses are so structured in line with your exam syllabus in order to help you best prepare for it. In short, it is OESS for your PMI. One-stop solution for your prelim, mains and interview. Unlimited access to unlimited courses. One subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, for which you have to download Unacademy learning app. Yes, ma? Okay. Just give me a moment. Unacademy learning app. Yes. Next, this is me, your DL ma'am. I'm Dhanalakshmi, senior, top and a very passionate educator. Yes, my dear friends, my wonderful journey with UPSC, which has begun on 2004. Of course, now I'm reaching almost the 16 years experience. With respect to my teaching experience, I have more than decade-long rich experience in teaching for UPSC CSE, which is closer to 13 years completed. Yes, I'm one of the senior most faculty in offline platform. I take classes across India, in Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Chennai. As of now, 4 stations, and credentials specific to civil service. I have appeared twice in UPSC CSE interview with 6 consecutive mains. How did I clear 6 times prelims in a series? And all special mention is that all those 6 mains with geography as an optional. Yes, that is my most favorite subject, and I have done my masters in geography. And after completing a certain amount of portion, we'll be start focusing on how to enrich our scores in optional. Okay, that I think I'm qualified enough to do that, because every time in all my 6 mains, of course, I have secured the top best marks in my optional. So we have a separate strategy that I will disclose here. Apart from a unique style of teaching, I'm well known, renowned for my mentoring. Yes, I have mentored more than 25,000 aspirants over a period of last 12 years. I haven't stopped just by mentoring. I have hence produced. Yes, I have hence proved myself by producing the toppers and rankers in this field. And many of my students, the list is endless. Now they are effectively and efficiently working as an IAS and IPS officers across India. So you can reach your DL ma'am using this code DL10. Yes, I have shared my Telegram link as well, and I have also shared my Unacademy profile link. Fine, ma'am. Prepare with the top educators. Indeed is a blessing, isn't it? All the best brains of India, the best subject experts are found under one grand roof. That roof is none other than, you needless to say, that is an academy platform. Yes, to name a few, Mrinal sir, Roman Saini, Ayush Shangi, Sudarshan Gujjar, the list is endless. Comprehensive syllabus. Here again, we have closer to 16K courses for UPSC CSE category. Yes, it includes for all the 3 phases and for all the subjects, including the optional as well. Next, one subscription, unlimited benefits. Are they doing unlimited benefits or not? I think every day. Afternoon we had a GS session. Now we are also having an optional session, sitting at your home, at your comfort, at your place, and that too you're getting benefited. You are acquiring the civil service coaching from the top educators who have an enormous amount of experience sitting at your home. Fine, that is the best thing. Unlimited access to all courses, top educators, exhaustive coverage of the syllabus, regular doubt clearing session, live test series, study material at the end of the session. The content is provided in terms of PDF format, answer writing session, mentoring and guidance. Isn't it, ma'am? In order to avail all these enormous benefits, you have to do only one thing. That thing is stop thinking, start taking the subscription, because it's really high time. We are nearing the end of 2020 and you're going to expand your arms, both your hands, and send a warm greetings to the beautiful 2021. Yes, that is going to be your target year. Fine, ma. For the entire 24 months, of course, you have to pay only 64,800. That is by you're going to use your DL ma'am code DL10. That is after 10% instant discount. At last, the full payment is only 64,800. For that too, you have got no cost EMI option. And for 36 months, yes, by here again you're going to use my code DL10. You get 81. You need to pay only 81,000 after 10% instant discount. Next, so what is the difference between an iconic subscription? Of course, for plus subscription, the fees details we have right away discussed, and for the iconic subscription, apart from the regular classes, you will get an access to attend. You will be given a personal coach, individual feedback, and customized study plan, daily mains answer writing practice, personalized feedback. When you're going to get everything in excess. So what is missing? Of course, apart from the access, somebody is going to shoulder you. They are going to back you in every terms. That is called iconic. So this is a smart decision. Go for an iconic. You feel that your package is complete. You're going on the right direction. So for the entire 24 months, of course, the fees is 96,300. That by using my code DL10. And for 36 months, you have to pay 1,26,900. Here again, you're going to use my code DL10. That's fine, ma. Mentoring. So successful people never reach their goals alone. It is not never, it is possible to reach, but the prime objective behind the presence of role of mentor is that it's very unique. Who is the mentor? Is an angel or a savior? No, he is a person like us. He or she is a person like us. The great thin line of difference between an aspirant and a mentor is you will become a mentor after you clear the service, after you clear the stages, isn't it? The mentor is the one who has already crisscrossed this difficult terrain. They know what to do and what not to do and how to do. Above all, they will greatly help you in minimizing your mistakes and maximizing your success. Okay, so first we should understand the importance of mentor and the role of a mentor. Yes, it is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and push in the right direction. So mentors are all around us who makes you feel confident, inspired, focused, and willing to share their experience. You know what will be my justification here? Yes, irrespective of the starting point, you start your journey at any point of India, and make sure that you're going to stop only at the doorsteps of Labasna without any stoppage or break in the middle, isn't it? For which you're in dire need of somebody has got to say you what to do, what not to do, and above all, how to do. Fine. So I want to see all my students not just as a good enough better. I want all of you to become the best. Okay. So from the bottom of my heart, I extend my wishes and greetings. So plan it, work hard, work really hard. Okay. That in terms of smart work. So thus I become a mentor because I wanted to give the thing I didn't realize is how much I would get. Fine. So now it's a very interesting topic, earth movement, endogenetic and exogenetic. Isn't it, ma'am? Yes. Very good evening. It is time to know in detail about the surface of the earth on which we live. Yes, we are happily living on the earth's surface. It's really high time for us to know what is this, how this mountain comes into formation, what is this plain, what is this desert, and how we see the land features. Okay, we know that the surface on the earth is not a plain platform. Is it a uniform terrain? Is it a plain terrain? No, it is not a plain platform. Here we have a different amazing features like it is distributed unevenly with a variety of landforms like mountains, hills, plateaus, plains, ravines, cliffs, etc. Then the first question might comes in your mind that, ma'am, why is the surface of the earth is uneven? Why can't it be throughout a plain? Just close your eyes and think about India. Just bring the India map. Come on, my dear. Just I'm giving you a short work. Bring the India map in front of you. What is on the top? You're calling it as Himalayan mountain ranges. Then the chest portion is like the next down to that head portion is an Himalayan mountain ranges. Then it is a plain region. Then central stomach part is a Deccan Plateau, and side you have of course the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats and Rajasthan Desert and Northeast. What is this? So this itself is giving us clue idea that it is not of a plain topography. It is made up of a uneven. Then why is the surface of the uneven? So the first question comes: why mountain? Why plains? Why desert? Why other relief features? What makes changes in the Earth's surface? When the question is why, then immediately the next curiosity comes that what might be the reason for these changes in the Earth's surface? Which process, what are all the processes involved on the formation of mountain and hills? Because that is a gigantic feature, isn't it? We get fascinated to know how these mountains and hills has formed. The answer to all the questions above, what all questions comes with respect to you, why this is like this, why that place is like that, you raise ample amount of question. The answer for all those questions is only one. It is an outcome of geomorphic process, which is nothing but it is an outcome of both endogenetic formation, destruction. Okay, very beautiful topic. This is extremely important from optional point of view as well as from GS point of view. So earth movements, these are the movements in the earth crust, isn't it, caused by the endogenetic or exogenetic, endogenetic or exogenetic. Here try to remember the keyword endo and exo. Together they are known as tectonic movements. The term tectonic derived from the Greek word tecton. What do you mean by tecton? Which means builders. Okay. The term tectonic derived from the Greek word which means tecton means builders. Geomorphic process. What is this? The aggradation and denudation of landforms. So can I make it like this? Plus, minus, addition, subtraction, formation, construction, deformation, destruction on the surface or a continuous process. So in the like a life philosophy, if there is a birth, there will be a death. If there is a formation, there will be a deformation. There will be a destructions. Okay. So it's a simple philosophy. Get into it. If there is a positive thing, there will be a negative. If there is a profit, there will be a loss. So these things are inseparable and almost they are in a continuous process. Is or no, ma? Is or no? So can we remember in this fashion, which is due to the continuous influence of both endogenetic and exo. Endo, exo. Okay. Now, try to remember endoscopic. What do you mean by endoscopic? You know, ma'am, that is we are trying to find something inside our body, isn't it? Here our body is the earth crust. So, endogenetic forces or the forces which are emanating from deep within the earth crust. Okay. Just remember my hand. Can you see my hand? This is an earth's surface and here it is the earth crust. Below this is an earth's interior and above this is the earth surface exterior. Okay. The endogenetic or the forces which are emanating from the deep within the earth. It comes from the earth. You cannot visualize that, but you can feel that. You can experience that. What are they? Like earthquake. What is an earthquake? Of course, it is an outcome of an endogenetic. Only you can feel it, but you cannot see the origin of earthquake, isn't it, ma'am? Such like after the endogenetic forces, the outcome, okay, it results into the formation of different features we see like the mountains, plateaus, other things. Exogenetic. So endo, it is like formation, construction, giving birth to something. So can we remember like this? What is exogenetics? Destruction. If there is a hero, definitely we need a villain, isn't it? So exogenetic, we can't say exactly it is a villain, it is a shaping. Okay, so just remember mountain regions or an outcome of endogenetic means these mountain regions after its appearance above the earth's surface, it gets subjected to erosion. Together they are known as denudation. What is this denudation? A beautiful word, a terminology is that wetted. What is this wetted? Weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. Weathering, disintegration and decomposition of rocks in situ. I think ample amount of time I have explained it. If there is any new student, then I can do it again. If not, I'll just proceed with the topic. So this all together, this entire denudation process comes under the broader term exogenetic. So they are busy in destruction, shaping, scratching, all other things. So it causes to it exogenetic forces are the factors. It involves the rainfall, temperature, and all other movements. So weathering will happen after that eroded, the particle gets detached and transported from the top to the, so movement, transportation is movement, and weathering, the mobility is restricted, whereas in transportation it is moved from one place to another and finally it get deposited. If you want to know, if you want to hear this concept again, please let me know, because this is the nth time already have discussed. So I'm directly moving into the topic. So these forces causing stress on the earth material and brings about the changes in the configuration on the of the surface of the earth. Altogether, they are known as geomorphic process. Okay, forces which affect the crust of the earth in two types on the basis of their origin. What is that? Endo, exo. What is endo? Endogenetic or forces coming or emanating from deep within the earth's interior. Endogenetic forces are mainly land building forces, so they are responsible for construction. Is or no, ma? And these causes, the endogenetic or causes two types of movement in the earth. One is a horizontal movement and another one is a vertical movement. Movement motored by vertical irregularities or give birth to. So we have two types. One is an horizontal movement and another vertical. So you see the land features like mountain, plateaus, plains, lake, falls, folds, etc. are all an outcome of the movement motored, energized by the vertical irregularities which gave birth to the mountains. Okay, so you know endogenetic, it's an endogenetic outcome is only the mountain, plateaus, plains. Of course, it comes under the vertical irregularities. Basic difference. So the process that are caused by forces from within the earth, endo. By contrast, exogenetic or the process comes from forces on or above the earth's surface. Can we remember like this? In, out. Yes or no? Can we remember like this? In and out. Yes, endogenetic is in, exogenetic is out. Originate in the interior of the earth. Originate on the earth's surface. Causes sudden or rapid movement. Causes a slow movement. What is an outcome of endogenetic? Earthquake, faulting, diastrophism. Here it is an erosional and depositional. Together they are known as denudation process. Weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. Is or no, ma? Is this clear for everyone? Okay, I think only Deepika is attending, answering. Fine. So earthquake, faulting, diastrophism. Next. So endo, here again it occurs beneath the surface of the earth, above the surface. In, out, above. Okay, it causes a natural devastation and physical changes in the earth's surface. What is this? Natural calamities, disasters like an earthquake, volcanoes, and it causes formation of mountains or the valleys. The outcome of these results in the formation of mountains and valleys. So it causes here exogenetic, it causes the physical changes in the earth's surface like sea arcs, mushroom rocks. Do you remember the landform class? Mushroom rocks, don't worry, here again I'll be doing it from this mains perspective, okay, optional perspective, mushroom rocks, seashore, sand dunes, etc. Okay, so examples of mushroom rocks, sea arcs, seashore, landforms, all landforms, of course, it comes under the exogenous. Next is endogenetic and exogenetic. Originate on the earth's surface. See, this is called weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition. Okay. Endo, originate below the surface. Orogenetic. Oro means mountain building. Epirogenetic. Epiro means continental building. Volcanism and earthquake. So these are all the outcomes. What are all the outcome of endogenetic forces? That is the orogenetic, mountain building, formation of the mountain building, plateaus, plains. Epirogenetic. Epiro means continental building. fault, fold, everything is an outcome of an endo. Of course, the disasters like volcanism and earthquake as well. This diagram exactly you have to produce in your mains, in GS as well as in optional. Earth movement. So how you will be dividing the earth movement into two parts. Primarily it is divided into two parts. What are they? Endo and exo. Under endo and exo. Under endo, it is further divided into DS. What is this DS? Diastrophism and sudden movements. Exo, it is further divided into weathering and erosion. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? So diastrophism. Diastrophism is here again it is divided into epiro. What is the keyword? Epiro means continent. Diastrophism, two types. One is an epirogenetic or continent building and another one is orogenetic or mountain building. So orogenetic, how does the mountain form? It is an outcome of either compression and tension forces. Or how does a continent form? It is an outcome of upward or downward movement. Is this clear? Is this clear? Upward or downward movement, but for mountain building you have to use the typical terminology tension and compression and sudden movement. So in endogenetic it's under D we have epirogenetic and orogenetic. Epirogenetic is an outcome of upward or downward movement, whereas an orogenetic is an outcome of tension and compression forces. Sudden movements. So under endogenetic itself another subdivision, sudden movements. What is the sudden movements? Under the sudden movements only, it's a result of earthquake and volcanoes. Is this clear? Is this clear? You have to include this flow diagram, flow chart. Next. Exogenetic, weathering and erosion, physical weathering, chemical weathering, biological weathering. Of course, here it comes under the causative factors of the temperature, rainfall, water, sea, wind and all other actions. This is clear, ma'am? So try to practice this diagram. The same flow chart you can include in exams. Extremely important. Don't ever miss. Endogenetic process or large scale landform building and transforming process, they create a relief features. Igneous process, volcanism, volcanic eruption, volcanoes. Plutonism, igneous intrusions. Tectonic process also called as diastrophism. So tectonic process also called as diastrophism. Which all comes under tectonic, ma? Folding. What is this? Tectonic or, try to remember the keyword, optional student, exactly have to reproduce the keyword, tectonic or diastrophism. Okay? Yes. So folding, anticlines, upfolded region, anticlines, syncline. Am I right? Anticline, syncline. Okay? And it is lead to the formation of mountain, faulting, rift valley. Okay? Block mountains, I think in folded mountains, block mountains is missing. That we will be doing it in the separate class. Okay? That will be only half an hour class. We will try to make it. So, a fault is an outcome of a tensile forces. When the two plates move away from each other, the middle portion gets subsidence of the middle portion, which leads to the formation of rift valley or the graben, escarpment, and lateral faulting. It is just a strike or a slip fault. Okay. So earthquake is an evidence of a present day tectonic. What is another name for tectonic? Is also called as a diastrophism. Tectonic process or diastrophism. Is this clear? So please try making this diagram. Very important. Endogenetic. So the first flow chart, it brings the earth movements. It includes both the endogenetic and exogenetic. Now we are going to discuss endogenetic alone first, and then we'll be moving on to exogenetic. What is this endogenetic? Slow movements and sudden movements. Under slow movements, diastrophism process takes place. Under sudden movements, what are the outcome of a sudden movements? One, it is a volcanism. Another one is an earthquake. Volcano and earthquake, volcanic eruption and earthquake formation are all an outcome of a sudden movements, which comes under the category of endogenetic. What is the slow movements diastrophism? Vertical and horizontal. Vertical, epirogenetic, continental building. Orogenetic, mountain building. Epiro, vertical, upward, downward. And orogenetic, forces of compression, when two plates move towards each other. Okay, when the forces move towards each other, collision, compression, it leads to the formation of folded mountains. And forces of tension, when you are get tensed, what you will do sometimes, we want to leave that place, we wanted to move in different directions, isn't it? So forces of tension, it creates a fault or a crack. So forces of compression, it leads to the formation of collision, and it's a compression outcome is lead to the formation of folded mountains, and forces of tension results in the fault mountains. Is this clear, ma'am? Please go through this. For endogenetic, here again you have to produce the same flow chart. It's one of the most important. Make sure that you're an optional student, so you have to include the diagrammatic representation, flowchart representation, and the keywords as well. Okay. Volcanic eruptions and seismic events, sudden movements, forces responsible for their origin, also called sudden forces. On an average, origin of endogenetic forces is related to the thermal conditions of the interior of the earth. Yes or no? On an average, origin of the endogenetic forces is related to the thermal condition, increase in temperature of the earth's interior. Also, it is due to contraction and expansion of rocks. Just to remember, the rock is like an elastic band. What will have to the elasticity, ma? It has the strength of contraction. When you squeeze it, when it compress, it get contract. When you stretch it get expands. Okay, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. So the rock has a tendency of both the contracting, okay, and expanding. So of various thermal condition and temperature changes. Is this clear? Please go through this. Next, sudden forces and the movements caused by the sudden endogenetic forces from deep within the earth causes massive destruction at or below the earth's surface. Volcanic eruption and earthquake are an outcome of an extreme sudden forces. It, of course, see, though the earthquake is visible suddenly, but it is like a civil service exam. It is like preparing for the civil service exam. Many of your relatives, often I used to say this example in class, many of your relatives, they do not know that you have been preparing for civil service exam, but your results, okay, work hard in silence, let your results make noise. That is exactly. So you will be preparing for UPSC exam, but all of a fine day, one fine evening, you will become a celebrity. You come to a limelight. How? Your results has produced a huge sound. Of course, it's a positive sound. Such like the earthquake preparatory stage, it takes a long preparatory. Okay, very difficult preparatory, long preparatory stage, but the results is sudden and outcome. It doesn't mean that it has erupted all of a sudden. No, for that eruption, for that earthquake formation, it takes a very long period preparation, that also deep within the earth, because the focus or hypocenter, it is always deep within the earth. Only the epicenter, it is in the on the earth surface where we feel the tremor or experience the tremor. Yes or no, ma? So it is a result of a long period preparation deep within the earth. Cumulative effects on earth's surface is quick and sudden. Only the effects is quick and sudden. It is like we can also remember one more example. Now what is that? Very soft person. So by nature you will say, hey, he's very soft here, but okay, for how long he can, even the nicest person have their limits, isn't it? They will be like an earthquake. So all of a sudden, if they burst out, how they will, you can't tolerate the anger, isn't it? Such like the eruption will be so, what to say, it will be so great in so, but the preparation stage just takes a longer time. Constructive forces, of course, it create a certain relief features on the earth's surface. That's why it comes under the constructive forces. Volcanic eruption result volcanic cones and mountains. Fissure of lava results in Deccan Plateau and Columbian Plateau. That's why Deccan Plateau, of course, it is an lava. You know the difference between magma and lava. In the last class itself, we have discussed in detail. So, earthquake thus creates the fault, fracture, etc. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear for everyone? Diastropism. It pertains to any movement of the solid part of the earth. It is a process that results in the deformation of the earth crust. Is or no? It is the process that results in the deformation of the earth crust. The movement may be strong and sudden that we feel the shaking of the earth's surface. We call this as an earthquake. In detail, we have discussed in last session what is this earthquake and how the formation happens. Okay. So diastrophic forces, slow orogenitic mountain building, tension or compression, epirogenetic or continent building, upward and downward movement. Am I right, ma? Sudden volcanism, earthquakes. Now, so it includes diastrophic forces or tectonic forces and movements. It includes both. What are they? Vertical as well as the horizontal. Operate very slowly. Effects become discernible, visible only after thousands and millions of years. See, it takes a long preparatory stage because it's a very difficult, but the result is only, it comes of a sudden, but it takes even thousands and millions of years. So divided into two, epirogenetic and orogenetic. First you try to remember the key word epiro. What is this epirogenetic? Means epiro means continent. Genetic means origin. So epiro continent. Okay. And second is that genetic. Genetic means origin. Is this clear? Is this clear? Next, causes. How? For this, what did I say? You have to remember upliftment or subsidence. Upliftment, the exact keyword is causes upliftment and subsidence of continental masses through upward and downward movements. This is an upward movement, it leads to the upliftment. Of the downward movement, it leads to the subsidence. Is this clear till now? Any doubt, ma? Is this clear? So upliftment, it results to the upliftment is a result of an upward movement and subsidence is an outcome of a downward movement. And now you have to remember the difference with respect to the continent, land area, and with respect to the ocean surface or a coastal region. Rather than ocean, we will try to say coastal. Just remember upward movement when it occurs in the land area on the continent, whether it is called as an upliftment of an whole continent or a part of a continent. Okay, imagine this is a continent. When the upliftment is happening in the whole of a continent or it is a part of a continent. For the continent only you have to use the word upward. Whereas the upliftment, if it is going to happen in the coastal land of a continent, if the land is attached to the coastal margin, there the upliftment is going to happen, means there you should not say an upward. There you have to use the typical terminology, emergence of coastal land. Am I right? Am I right? Will you say upliftment of a coastal land? Upliftment of a coastal land of a continent with the exact word is called as an emergence. So this is with respect to the upward movement. Okay, when the downward movement, how you have to mention the downward movement? When it happened on the land area and when it happened near the coastal area. Subsidence, downward movement, subsidence. Okay. Downward movement, you use the word subsidence for the land area, and submergence, land area near the coast. So for the coast, you just remember, for upward it is an emergence, okay, and for the downward it is known as submergence. Is this clear, ma? Very important. You can never ever interchange this because it gives a different meaning. Is this clear for everyone? Is this clear? Please let me know. When you will say upliftment, when you will say upward movement and downward movement, when it is a upliftment of a whole continent or a part. Whereas for the coastal region, then you have to use the word emergence of a coastal land or submergence of the coastal land. Is this clear? Next, orogenetic movement. Epiro means continent, genetic means origin. Similarly, oro means mountain. Oro means mountain, genetic means origin, caused by endogenetic forces working in horizontal manner. Thus, horizontal forces and movements are called as tangential forces. Like tectonic forces, what is another word for tectonic forces? Please let me know what is another word for tectonic forces or movements. How do you mention it? Tectonic forces or movement? Diastrophism. Similarly, horizontal forces and movements. It is also known as horizontal forces or movements. It is known as tangential. Is this clear, ma? Tangential forces. Horizontal forces or movement, it is also known as tangential forces. It works in two direction, opposite direction. Yes, horizontal. Just remember, you are moving in the different direction. Fine. Away from each other. It is also called as a divergent forces. So the altogether, this entire either it is away or towards each other. What is the broader terminology? Tangential forces. Tangential, please remember this word. This it's divided into two. One is like opposite direction, divergent forces. It results when divergence is result to the formation of a crack, rupture, fracture, falls. So what are all an example? Diastrophism, please remember, orogenic tangential forces. Tangential forces is called as a horizontal. This horizontal is again divided into two types. One is that divergent force, it moves away from each other. Convergent force moves towards each other. Outcome of divergent forces, it results in the formation of rupture, crack, fracture, falls, etc. in crustal part of the earth. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? Very, very, very important from prelim point of view. What are all an outcome of a divergent? Rupture, crack, fracture, falls. Now, joints and falls, structurally, falls may be described as a fracture along with relative displacement of adjacent block has taken place. If such relative displacement does not take place on either side of the fracture plane, it is called as a joint. Joint is that the mobility is restricted. Just a crack has happened, fracture has happened without a relative displacement. See, there will be a fracture and they try to move in different parts away from each other. Okay, that is different. Whereas the joint is the fracture will happen, but the movement is restricted. Mobility is not started. Okay, so that difference you should know. What is the joint? Relative displacement does not take place on either side of the fracture plane. Thus, both the joint and the falls of fractures in rocks. So, rocks, you just remember the elasticity. The rocks can expand and contract. Okay. So these are the things, but difference in kind of displacement. Joints may be described as a set of aligned parallel cracks or openings in geological formation. Compressional forces. Under tangential forces, is or no more, altogether it is a tangential forces. Horizontal forces, it is also known as horizontal movements or forces. Okay. Now it is divided into two. One is tensional forces, okay, that is divergent. Another one is compressional forces, convergence. Okay, this divergence leads to the formation of cracks, fracture, falls, joint, etc. Am I right? Examples is important. Look at here. Look at here. Rupture, crack, fracture, falls, etc. Whereas compressional forces are also known as convergence towards each other. Towards each other. It causes a crustal bending leading to the formation of a fold. Okay. So fold is a wave-like bends are formed in the crustal rocks due to the compression forces resulting from horizontal movement. So both horizontal movements together, it is known as a tangential. So the compression itself is an outcome of resulting from horizontal movement caused by endogenetic forces. Anticline, upfolded rock beds, syncline, downfolded rock beds. Is this clear? Is this clear? Next, see, anticline, upfolded rock bed, syncline, downfolded rock bed. It is an outcome of compression. or convergence? Am I right? Fine. Next. Fault. Of course, fault is a fracture in the crustal rocks wherein the rocks are displaced along a fault plane. Displaced means it moved in different directions, opposite direction. Rift valley. So the middle portion is called as a subsidence of the middle portion when the side blocks moved away in the opposite direction. Rift valley. Major relief feature from the faulting activities. What are an outcome of a faulting, ma? Major relief feature: trough, depression, basin between the, so you know what is the syncline, trough, depression, basin. Okay, so it's a long narrow trough formed due to displacement of the crustal parts and subsidence of the middle portion. Am I right? Am I right? Subsidence of the middle portion. So the middle portion is dropped down. This only will be, actually we would have discussed in the block mountain. That one part is missing. I'll try to do that. Okay. Formed due to displacement of a crustal parts and subsidence of the middle portion between the two normal parts. Because the side blocks, it move away so that the middle parts, it gets subsidence. So what is the term with respect to upliftment, subsidence, emergence, submergence? Can you recap? Can you fill the box? What do you mean by upliftment, submergence, emergence, subsidence? I have shuffled it. Please fill this answer. Please fill it. Yes. Rift Valley. Of course, the subsidence of the middle portion, it is also called as a Rift Valley or also called as a Graben. Graben in German word means like a depression. So what are an examples of Rift Valley? Vosges and Black Forest Mountain. Jordan River Valley through the Red Sea Basin, Death Valley of USA and Dead Sea of Asia. These are all the examples. In India, Narmada, Damodar, Sun and Tapi river are all an example of Rift Valley. What are they? Narmada, Damodar, Sun, Tapi. In India, in the worldwide, was just Subhama, was just Black Forest cake. No, that is different. Okay, Black Forest, Jordan River, Red Sea, that is Jordan River Valley through Red Sea Basin, Death Valley, etc. It was once your prelim question. Very, very important examples of Rift Valley. Is this clear? Next, Graben. Yes. Another name of the Rift Valley is the Graben. A Graben is the depressed block of a land bordered by parallel faults. Can you see the downward portion? This is called a Graben. This is a Graben. Yes or no, ma? Can you look at here? This is a Graben. Yes or no? So the uplifted part, the side blocks, just you say me here, which is a horst and which is a Graben? Uplifted. Okay. This is, what is this? Horst. Uplifted. Okay. Both are side blocks. And downward subsidence. This is called Graben or Rift Valley. Am I right? Can you look at your normal fault? Okay. This downward portion subsidence is called Rift Valley Graben. Next, exogenetic process. Is this clear? Can I move on to the next? Can I move on to the next? Exogenetic. Here we'll be discussing, it's a short thing. Of course, I'll complete this session in another 10-15 minutes, which will be followed by a quiz. Okay? Do join it. Exogenetic process. Weathering, mass movement, erosion and deposition. Weathering, of course, you know. What is the definition of weathering, ma? What is the definition of weathering? What is the definition of weathering? Disintegration and decomposition. Disintegration and decomposition of rocks in situ. Am I right? Am I right? Multiple times we have done. I think Deepika have already explained you. If you want, I can repeat it, ma. If you want, I can repeat. So weathering is again here. Here under weathering we have a three types: disintegration and decomposition of rocks in situ. Superma. So physical, chemical and biological. Under physical, unloading and expansion. Temperature comes under physical. Temperature changes, expansion. Of course, this is with respect to hot and cold. Freezing, thawing, frost wedging. So what all comes under physical? Extremely important. What all comes under physical? Unloading and expansion. It happened because of physical weathering. Temperature changes, expansion. Physical weathering. Freezing, thawing and melting. Frost wedging, physical weathering. What are all an examples of the chemical weathering? Solution, carbonation, hydration. Solution, carbonation, hydration. Biological weathering, of course, it is happened of decomposition of microorganisms. Fine. Mass movement, slow mass movement, rapid mass movement. Under slow mass movement, the examples are creep. Examples of creep and solifluction and rapid mass movement, earth flow, mud flow, debris, avalanche, landslides. What are the examples of the rapid mass movements? Earth flow, mud flow, debris, avalanche, landslides. It will be a slump, debris slide, rock slide. From prelim point of view, examples are extremely important. Okay. Erosion, running water, groundwater, glaciers, waves and currents, winds. Deposition of running water, groundwater, glacier, waves and currents, wind. Please go through this, ma. This part because very few pay attention to this examples and UPSC will pay utmost. Okay, I have just zoomed it. This part alone you try to remember. Physical. What are the examples of a physical? Chemical, biological, slow movement. Examples of slow movement, creep and solifluction. Examples of the rapid mass movements, earth flow, mud flow, debris. Please go through this. I'll give you some time. Weathering. Okay. From prelim point of view, extremely important. Examples are important. Okay. Can I move on? Can I move on? Physical, unloading and expansion, temperature changes, freezing, thawing, frost wedging. It's all an example. It comes under physical weathering. Chemical, solution, carbonation, hydration. Biological, of course, decomposition by microorganisms. Slow mass movements. What are an example of a slow mass movements? Creep and solifluction. What are the examples of a rapid mass movements? Earth flow, mud flow, debris, avalanche, landslides. So, of course, the thing. Next is, can I move on, ma? So now we started exogenetic forces, also called as denudation or destructional. Can you say me what do you mean by diastrophism? Diastrophism, it also known as, what do you mean by tangential forces? What do you mean by tangential forces and what is another name of diastrophism? Diastrophism or tangential forces or, please fill it, then I can guarantee say that you're getting strong with the basic concepts as well. Yes or no? Tectonic, amazing, ma, super. Tangential, tecton is a word originated from, it's a word originated from which language and what is the meaning of tecton? What is the meaning of a tecton? Tangential or horizontal forces, amazing, Deepika. And what do you mean by tecton? Greek word tecton, of course, builders. Am I right? Am I right, ma? Yes. So it is also called as denudation or destructional process, which derive their strength from the Earth's exterior. Formation, income from the Earth's interior, and of course the destruction. For the destruction also we need a strength. Okay, for the destruction strength, it is getting the strength is extracted from the exterior or originated within the Earth atmosphere. Forces continuously engaged in destruction of the relief features created by endogenetic forces through their weathering, erosion, transportation, and deposition. Is or no? Exogenetic, broader term, beautiful term. Exogenetic, how do you make it? Now we have a good exercise now. Denudation, okay, vitidity. Now, weathering and mass movement, gradation. Gradation, under gradation, aggradation, formation, degradation, destruction, weathering and mass movement. What are the examples of the physical weathering? What are the examples of chemical weathering? Please give me an answer. Please give me an answer. Just now we have discussed what are an outcome of physical weathering and what comes under chemical weathering. Because weathering and mass movement is a separate topic, I'll try to do that in the December month. Okay, extremely important for optional. Yes, ma'am. Please give the examples of physical weathering, chemical weathering examples. Yes or no? Physical weathering and chemical weathering. Just physical, unloading, expansion, freezing, thawing, temperature changes. Super. Chemical weathering. Chemical weathering. Yes, ma. For chemical weathering, carbonation, solution, hydration. Super. So weathering being a static process, in situ, static. Yes or no? Yes or no? It is not dynamic. First keyword. Weathering being a static process include the disintegration and decomposition of rocks in situ. That is erosional. Removal of material and their transportation to different destination. This is enormously, we have discussed this detail. Yes or no? What has happened to the mountain top? Yes, on getting intense heating during the sun, and of course it's subjected to the heavy rainfall. Too much time lag, ma'am. Okay, too much time lag. I don't know, ma'am. This in YouTube, no time lag will be there normally, but too much. Okay, I'll bring it to the notice. Normally it should be only for 1 minute. Okay, I'll check it. Anyways, thanks for the information. I'll look into it. Fine. So the detached rock from the mountain top, this happens weathering, disintegration. So a portion of a rock, it get disintegrated, detached from the parent body, and disintegration. This disintegrated rock is subjected to decomposition. Okay, on exposure to the continuous exposure of the heating and cooling, and after that it get break down and broken into the small pieces. Decomposition happens because of the microorganisms, and later on, till now here it is an in situ. In situ means it happens at the same place, mobility is restricted. Thereafter weathering, erosion, it get eroded, the eroded rock particles from the mountain top, it moves down to the valley bottom. This movement is called transportation. Of course it comes under ex situ, from the mountain top to the valley bottom, and finally it gets settled at the valley bottom. This is called deposition, isn't it, ma? So this is the sequence: weathering, erosion, transportation, and then only deposition. You can't, where the erosion will happen? If it is an unweathered rock, can the erosion can happen? No. First the weathering has to happen, then only on the weathered rocks only it is subjected to erosion. The eroded rocks is then it has taken transported from one part to another, that is called the transportation. The transportation finally it gets an accumulates or settled at the valley bottom, that is called deposition. So this is the sequence and you have to remember the sequence. Okay, so weathering is very important for biospheric ecosystem. Because of weathering of the parent rocks result in formation of soil. Unless the parent rock is weathered, then we cannot have the formation of soils. Okay, so because of weathering of parent rocks results in formation of soil, which are essential for sustenance of biotic lives in biosphere. Weathering is the breaking of rocks on the earth's surface by different agents. Who are all the agents responsible? Wind, river, sea waves, glaciers, etc. Is this clear? Can you see this weathering? Yes, it is a process of decay. Of course, this should come first. Disintegration and then only decomposition of rocks under the influence of certain physical and chemical agencies of atmosphere like wind, water, ice, sun, etc. Can you see? Can you see this? It has changed the shape of the rock. Do you think that this might be the original shape? No, this unshaped, the change in shapes is happened because of the great agents. Who are the great agents? They are the, of course, exogenetic agents like wind, water, ice, sun, etc. Weathering, see at the mountain top, what is happening? On subjected to heavy rain, weathering causes the rocks to break down. So the rocks, they get detached from the parent body. Yes, erosion, water and transport move the sediments downhill to another. From the mountain top, the sediments are brought from the mountain top to the valley bottom. Am I right? So this is called movement, transportation on subjected to heavy rainfall and sun. Are you getting it, ma? Are you able to visualize? Weathering versus erosion. Okay, so erosion, of course, we have completed. That's it. Erosion means it is a removal of material and their transportation to different destination. Erosion process includes the running water or the river, fluvial landform, glacial landforms, coastal, glaciers, wind. Do you remember the landforms? That's all an outcome of exogenetic factors. These erosional processes erode the rocks, transport and deposit. Okay, after weathering only erosion, transportation and deposition. So form several types of erosional and depositional landforms. Examples of exogenetic: weathering. Please try to remember examples of exogenetic process: weathering. Of course, you know erosion, transportation and deposition, isn't it? Apart from that, mass movements. Okay, exogenetics are mainly land wearing process, endogenetic building process, exogenetic wearing process. Exogenetic forces can take the form of wetted. Okay, erosion is the carrying of broke down rocks from one place to another by natural agents like wind, water, glacier. So that's it. Geomorphic agents: running water, groundwater, glaciers, wind, waves, currents, etc. can together be called as a geomorphic agents. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear for everyone? Yes, as I said, it's such a short topic. I have completed in 1 hour. I know this is a simple topic. So now it's time for you to join the live quiz. Okay, join the live quiz. All of you. Get ready for the quiz, ma. So, how we have to join the quiz? From Unacademy Learning app. Okay. From Unacademy Learning app. What is the key? I'll share you the code now. I have already pinned it in the group. Deepika, please. Sandra Singh made easy. Thank you, ma. Deepika, can you ping, give the reminder message because it's an optional. The GS students might be unaware. Just give a reminder message in the DL Ma'am group. A quiz is about to start. Come and join the quiz. Okay. And for other students who are watching this session, for them, of course, the quiz code, I will share it here. I have shared the link already. I have shared the link already. 642804. 642804. Okay. Is this fine? So get ready. How you have to join the quiz? Log into Unacademy Learning app. Log into Unacademy Learning app. Down you have a home syllabus test. So click the test. When you click the test, then the page will open live quiz, live practice. Again you click live practice, then your column will open host quiz or join quiz. Okay, bottom down, host or join quiz. I have to host the quiz. You click the button join quiz, then it will ask you to enter the code. Enter the code and join the quiz. So the code is 642804. Am I right? Is this the thing? So are you all ready? Are you all ready? Yes, ma. So yes, just give me a moment. I will do the screencast. Two joined. Who are the two? Srihari. Deepika, have you joined it, ma? I think two have joined. I'll wait for some more time. Who is A? What about others? Okay, ma'am, once again say how to join the quiz. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me, ma? The process is simple. From Unacademy Learning app. Just open your app. Unacademy Learning app. Okay. Unacademy Learning app. There, bottom, you will find three things. One is that home syllabus test. Click the button test. When you click the button test, a page will open. That page will lead to live quiz. Top of the page you can see live quiz. Click live quiz, practice quiz. Now there at the top live quiz will be there. Okay, click the live quiz. Then a page opens, host or join quiz. Join, bottom down, join quiz. Click that button join quiz. Then it will ask you to enter the code. Enter the code 642804. I have also shared this link in Telegram, DL Ma'am Telegram, or you can join it from the link as well. Is this fine? Is this fine? So can I begin? Yes, ma'am. Join quiz. Aslam, Deepika, Srihari, Omkar. Good. Hi friends, yes, I'm back. That's really good. Four of you have took the test. Of course, Aslam secured the first, and Srihari second, Deepika third, and Omkar four. Umesh, you has given me an answer here. From tomorrow, you please join the live quiz. Ma, it's an amazing opportunity. The simple thing is that you have to do is that you have to join the session from Unacademy Learning app. I have shared the code. Before I commence the quiz. Of course, probably 3-4 hours before itself, I'll use to share the link as well as code in DLMAM group. Okay. Srihari, you're doing good. Afternoon also we had a quiz on performing arts, and tomorrow again we'll have a quiz afternoon at the end of the session and night again. So keep going. Yes. So don't ever miss, and ask all of your friends to come and join. It is the first ultimate objective is that you have to get exposed to as many questions as possible. So please make sure that on a regular basis or you getting, because that is the best way how to modify your preparation, how to strengthen your preparation. Okay, we can't do the preparation in a very robotic, in a monotonous manner. We should know have to way to bring the amendments and way to bring the changes, for which this daily basis, on a daily basis, when you get exposed to the first questions, it greatly immensely helpful in your prelims. Okay, first you have to clear the prelims, then only we can write geography as an option, isn't it? So whenever I come on the session, maximum I'll try to do the live quiz. Okay, hope you had a wonderful session. Tomorrow we'll be starting with GZ Leong, and of course I need a lot more participants to live learners to come and attend the class. Ma'am, very good questions, ma'am. Yes, Aslam, you are rocking actually. You're doing very well. Do stay connected. Tomorrow again I'll try to put some other subjects like polity or whatever it is. We'll try to shuffle with each and every subject. Okay, it should be a comprehensive and holistic preparation. Okay, so from the answers also you come to a mindset that you're also learning many things. Okay, so it's all a dare game, and it's a diamond opportunity. Don't ever miss this opportunity to go out of your hand. Thank you, ma'am, for the support. Yes, ma'am. So on a regular basis, of course, half an hour I'm just an audience. I have to sit simply for half an hour, but that doesn't matter. I want my students to clear the prelims with ease. Okay. So this is going to do a wonders in your prelims. Once you clear the prelims, you will understand the importance of this daily quiz practice. So don't ever miss this diamond opportunity. Of course, it's a platinum opportunity. Keep rocking, get benefited. Okay. So don't forget to use your DLMAM code DL10. Using this code, go for the subscription without any further delay. Okay. It's really high time. I'll catch you in another session. Until then, it's bye from your DL ma'am. Good luck. Good day. Bye bye.